They called him the greatest trader who ever lived, the man who broke the market more than once. Jesse Livermore wasn't just another speculator. He was the market. He made and lost fortunes that would bankrupt entire firms today. But in the end, the same brilliance that built his empire became the reason for his destruction. You see, Livermore didn't lose to the market. He lost to his own mind. He started with nothing. No college, no connections, just a notebook, a pencil, and the price board of a brokerage house. At 14, he was placing trades that grown men were afraid to touch. His brain worked like a machine. He could spot patterns in chaos, emotions in numbers. By his mid-30s, he'd made millions shorting the 1907 panic. By 1929, he was richer than Rockefeller's bankers, over $100 million in personal profit when America was collapsing. But here's the catch. Every trader thinks they're a genius when they're winning. The real test starts when you're right too many times in a row. Success blinds you slowly. It whispers, "You can't lose." And Livermore believed it. He built a lifestyle around invincibility. Mansions, yachts, servants, silk suits, private tickers wired directly into his office. He didn't trade for survival anymore. He traded for thrill. That's when his biggest losses started. He broke his own rules, the rules he wrote for others. Greater than cut your losses, let your profits run, never average down, never overtrade. But when your own legend starts echoing louder than your discipline, even the sharpest mind dulls. Year was 1934. Livermore had already rebuilt and lost his fortune multiple times. The Depression crushed liquidity. Markets moved unpredictably and not like they used to. He made one last massive bet, and the market didn't move. Days turned into weeks of red ink, margin calls, stress, insomnia. He kept doubling down, chasing the ghost of his former brilliance. By 1935, the man who once ruled Wall Street was filing for bankruptcy. He still had fame, but fame doesn't pay brokers. Years later, in 1940, Jesse Livermore walked into the Sherry Netherland Hotel in New York. He sat down, wrote a short note to his wife, and pulled the trigger. He was 63 years old. In that note, he wrote one line that summed up his entire career. Greater than, my life has been a failure in one way, a failure to realize happiness. Think about that. The man who conquered markets couldn't conquer his own emotions. He could read trends in ticker tape, but not in himself. Jesse Livermore's story isn't ancient history, it's a mirror. Every trader today who refuses to set a stop loss, every investor who believes this time is different, every genius who starts feeling untouchable, they're walking the same path. Livermore proved that intelligence alone doesn't save you in the market. Control does. And the moment you lose that control, no matter how big your account, how long your streak, or how sharp your strategy, the market will take everything. So, if you ever find yourself thinking you've figured it out, remember Jesse Livermore, the man who mastered the market, but lost the battle within. Livermore's death wasn't about money, it was about meaning. He mastered speculation, but never mastered peace. And that's where most traders fall today. They study price action, not self-control. They chase dopamine, not discipline. They crave the same high Livermore did, the rush of being right. But trading doesn't care about your ego. Markets don't care about your past wins. They only reward those who adapt and punish those who repeat emotional mistakes. Once said, the human side of every person is the greatest enemy of the average investor. And he was talking about himself.